to achieve into much more if it's just getting a huge fortune to make it a sell simple, selling the same, or just a rent your lending, which what prefers. The best thing is to rent your lending instead of selling once, because it is easy to get rid of the other things, because what is the best segregation? Is there something else? You're still holding the same place. Wow, this is unusual long. Okay, learn how to make real money. Real money. Who is the start? Hey, what is it waiting for here? So many cards there. Is like is every movies always ever? I guess there is at least usually a couple of guys, but it doesn't always necessarily need a director. This is not some kind of drama or something very high person, so you can actually alone do it at 1 and 2. The problem in this kind of case is that the two persons are able not, or the person who is actually alone doing those are able not to affecting the zooming in and the focusing and the moving the camera and the shooting angle direction, therefore directing it what is shot and what is therefore taken into the digital camera. So what we will be improving to creating such of a three-dimensional camera. The three-dimensional part is that all the particles will be calculated. Let's think it as like a cube. Like a material is a cube. Those particles a cube are all recalculated by alone. And therefore we are able to develop a program which are able therefore working for the kind of a way is calculating by one all of those smaller particles. So what this has to do with anything? That everything is coincided, everything is always somehow the very so that we're looking for the game engine. So what gave up to the reason to keep an evil up here? The fourth cell itself to try to push into those limits. What's the time to give up? Was it just the shame for the losing something, the old thing or something a paper, and here come innovation, and it might be transmitted as understood the terms of a disease. Well, is the education individually to the putting into it so very disproportionately, but this is how the world exists. Everything you right now do it will be disappear one day or others. It's applied to the different kind of mechanics. The mechanics example those will be destroyed by some natural force, and it force to be immunity. The second thing is intentional idea. The same very system which has been once be part will be moving and transition away from the sorts of over time. So we have been a full kind of a discussion, full kind of a different it doesn't need this third form. The way for everything you now do it will be a important to use this kind of a meaninglessness application. Taking apart those the meaning always have a transfeeded to an out of kind of format. So the transition of feeding a meaningless here. The meaningless can be a natural line of the desires of the happiness of the what the over evolved how the whole machine is seen in terms of its own born. The other kind of the interesting notion in face to be a feeling of from a desires, from a nature desires of the case. This what get a kind of a Buddhist monkeys naturalist or such of a the self-sacrificing are willing to take it away to get their needs and therefore try to so call it develop in a higher dimension thing. Well, what this higher dimension has to do is that the very existent mind and brain and the conscious would be there for taking away those needs and therefore their ability to live it. Oh God. How impossible you can get in in this room? What it takes? Alright, you can take it, kill it. This is the question. Alright, number two, there are two things. Number one, how many seconds you are gonna put your time to just watching it flying around. They don't want the case. There is new type of to always involvement. Now it's just a patient to wasting any time in the fire. Well, I see how the system is sort of as imagine developing and focusing away from an individual alone. How it does it the improvided individual and get traits alone. It's going to get a kind of elitistic idea, and therefore they should have the price. So it will be said by for all that our systems exist. There is nothing in the universe, the place where you can be the governors. Unfortunately, the nature is just, it's not just as it is, just the nature is just the person basic pressure. That's meaning that it's one thing is just and one thing is out. And out is nothing has to do with necessarily. It is just expect that the those nature and very basic forces will be transferring it to the out or transfer, because whatever the decision ever is going to be anything, it's always going to mean that there is always things are going to be something happen and things don't disappear, vanishing. The one interesting notion is that like energy or get that kind of things doesn't completely vanish when it comes to energy. Get things to the way how it is a formation and transition is always the one question, but it's not completely the very basic element, but the basic fruit. All the rest of those things, elements in existence, they're always pretty much. So after we get a universalist, where everything material